Let us get an overview of how strings are used in Python. str is the class or type to represent a string. A string is nothing but list of characters. When it comes to Python string, which is nothing but str, it provides a robust set of functions. We should be able to use those functions to manipulate strings as per our business requirements. As str object is nothing but list of characters, we can also use standard functions available on top of Python collections such as list, set, etc. We have covered lists quite extensively in subsequent sections. Once you go to the lists, perform some of the operations you learn on collections on top of strings to understand the relationship between Python collections and strings. However, I am demonstrating some of the examples here. Even if you could not digest the complete information, don't worry too much about it. Once you go to the collections, then you will understand some of these operations a bit in depth. You should be able to come back and review these things again, and you should be able to understand all these functions for sure. First, I am creating a variable by name yes. I am assigning a string to it. It should contain only alphabetics and numbers and also the punctuation marks. Now I should be able to run this. S is of type string. You can actually say type of yes, and you should be able to see the data type. You can also say print of yes or just yes to see what we have as part of yes. We have hello world in it. Now if you want to get first 5 characters as part of the string, because string is nothing but list of characters or collection of characters, when we talk about Python list, to get first 5 elements in the Python list, we can say colon 5 like this or 0 colon 5. It will give first 5 elements in the list. Now using this approach, I have applied on top of yes, and you can see that you got the first 5 characters in the string. If you want to get last 5 characters, this is the approach which you can apply. It can be applied even on a list to get last 5 elements in the list. Because S is nothing but a list of characters, we got the last 5 characters here. To get the size of the string, we can use len function. Again, len is available on top of Python collections. Because string is nothing but a collection of characters, we should be able to leverage functions such as len to get the number of characters in the string. If it is a list, it will give us the number of elements in the list. Also, there is a function called as sorted to sort the information in natural order. You can see that hello world is sorted the way it is supposed to be using the ASCII values of those characters. When it comes to ASCII values, all the uppercase characters have the lower ASCII value, and all the lowercase values have higher ASCII values. That's why you got H and W first, and then all the lowercase values here. This is how you should be able to sort the string using the function such as sorted, which is meant for sorting a collection. Because string is nothing but a collection of characters, we are able to use it and sort it. Now, string in Python can be represented in different ways. You can enclose in single quotes like this. You can enclose in double quotes like this. You can even enclose in triple single quotes or triple double quotes like this. So if your string have double quote in it, and if you want to represent as part of a string, then you can enclose that as part of the single quotes like this. If your string have single quote, and if you want to represent as part of a string, you can enclose that string as part of the double quotes like this. Same is the case with triple single quotes and triple double quotes. However, these are typically used if you want to represent a string which is broken into multiple lines. Now let's see the examples here. We have already seen the hello world earlier. I'm using the same thing to use the single quotes as well as double quotes to represent the string. However, if you have a double quote as part of your string, you should be enclosing the entire string in single quote like this. You don't need to escape the way you typically do with C, C++ or Java. You can just say like this. Now S says itversity's world with double quote here. If you have single quote, this is how you should be able to represent, and you can see the output. Now, if you want to break the string into multiple lines, you can either use triple single quote like this or triple double quote. You can also represent a string in single line with this approach, but it is often used with multi-line strings. You can see here, I said itversity's, then line break world in triple quote, and you can see the string here. This is how you can actually start with strings in Python. Let's understand some of the key functions about manipulating the strings as part of the subsequent topics.